Yes? I'm sorry.
The camera is not on.
The camera's on. We're live, you guys.
It should be on.
It's on now.
We're live and live. Do I have to be on Zoom?
No, the blue and red is.
I
No,
do.
you don't. No, you don't.
No, because Megan's going.
Oh.
The green is
Okay.
It would be good for you to join, or somebody to join,
I
too,
will
just
join.
in case.
Andrew, can you join?
Sure.
Thank you.
But I need a couple people from our team co-hosts just in case.
Okay.
Whenever he's in, I'll wait until he's in, but just so you guys all know, if you ever need to move an attendee, maybe a panelist, just do 3 buttons. Remote to panelist, change, and then when he's in there, I'll make him a host or co-host.
Okay.
I'm in there.
Got it, I'm gonna make you a co-host.
Do we be on Zoom?
No, it's just like backup because Megan has to leave. So in case we need to operate.
Tell me
Yeah.
if anything,
Yeah.
like, really doesn't
We
work.
won't. We're good. Seeing the presence of a quorum, I call the Amherst School Committee meeting to order at 9:10. We are all present, physically present. There's all 5 of us here. I'm really, really sorry for the delay, and thank you for your patience. And we're ready to get started. This meeting is a one-topic meeting. There is no public comment. We have had several opportunities for public comment on these budgets, so we're just going to jump right in.
Point
How-
of order? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Can I ask who is in the meeting with us, if anybody? Is Dr. Z or Shannon or?
I can look.
Doc,
There's Dr. Z right there. Okay,
Marta.
I am, and the
available,
team is
yeah.
here. The
Yeah.
team is here to support.
thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a number of people. Yeah.
all right.
But just the team.
So, we are streaming on YouTube. We have a Zoom link, but like I said, there's no public comment. So we're just going to go straight to our FY27 budget discussion and vote. There are many documents on board docs, including original documents from the beginning of this discussion. We have our budget guidelines from March 3rd. We have several sets of questions to Dr. Z and her teams, several sets of responses, including supporting material, and 4 different budget scenarios. And we can run through them, or does anybody have any comments about the scenarios? Sarah?
I do. So 1 week ago, this committee came to a consensus about what additional information it wanted, and we requested 2 budget scenarios from Dr. Z and her team, and we have those. Thank you very much, as scenarios 1 and 2. And then today, Deb offered 2 of her own, and she's communicated to me that any of us could have also offered our own budgets, but I'm really unhappy with that because in my mind it undercuts our consensus and it widens our discussion in the number of issues rather than narrows them as we did last week by asking for specific scenarios. And also that it would have been more collegial to let us all know that you are going to present your own ideas, and we could do the same. And because we could all have developed our own budgets, and we could have had 6 or 7 of these to discuss. So I would prefer that we just stick with scenarios 1 and 2, because that's what this committee requested.
So just as a response, those are not my own. I presented one of my own and one back from the original 3.8%. Wait,
one-
no. I'm gonna
Okay.
keep this meeting under
Okay.
tight control. It's late, Bridget.
I just wanted to say that actually scenario number 3 or sorry, I don't,
Excuse me, we can't hear. Can you speak into the mic?
okay. Thank you. So what I wanted to say is what we agreed at the end of last meeting was to have one of my budget proposals, the one for 5.03% that would return the specialist, and one of Laura's. When Laura unpacked hers, it was really two. And I was chair at the time, so I forwarded those to Dr. Z with my own. And Dr. Z let me know, like, this is too many motions. And I was like, okay, I'll work on my own outside the meeting. The one that Deb put on the meeting tonight was me asking Deb for my 5.03 to return the specialist, and her doing some work on it to actually be able to return more than just the specialist. And so that's scenario 4, which is what we requested, but it is modified.
And any other, and I'll come back to you, Sarah, Laura Jane or Andrew, Dr. Z, what would you like to say?
Good evening, everyone. I would like to start off by saying, and I'm gonna hopefully guide my words clearly, that as the superintendent of the district, and more so on behalf of the administration, we work to answer what the school committee asked us to do in a timely fashion. I think we created and we responded to the memorandums within about 24 hours or so of receiving them and gathering all of the information. We were then today this afternoon presented with additional scenarios, and I just would like it to be clear that as an administrative team, we have not had an opportunity to vet the new scenarios to make sure that there is accuracy and a clear reflection of the numbers to see where what the true impact would be. I'm very concerned, and I'm hoping that there will be opportunities for questions and clarifying questions. And I'd like to ask that as the individuals who would have to implement this, that we have an opportunity to ask clarifying questions as well. And that being because for me, for school committee members in a usual budget process to develop scenarios outside of the administration without any, to me, clear alignment to the work and to the values that were to what we were asked to do can present as if the school administration or the district administration brought this forward. And so I just would like to say that we worked on scenarios, I believe 1 and 2, and the additional scenarios we did not work on. And so we do have questions, and would like to make sure that we have an opportunity to get those questions clarified, because if we're going to be asked to implement something that is gone this depth into district operations, we would like to know what the school committee's perspective is as they have ventured within the administrative purview of programmatic implementation. So that's what I would like to ask.
Understood. Anybody else for a first round?
Just, Deb, I'm just, 2 things. One, just a quick response. My understanding was basically from asking Dr. Z that that we were asking too much. And so I said, okay, I'll hold mine back. And then I needed support when I held mine back, and that's when Deb went in. I think my original one was the 5.03, where we were returning the specialist and the librarian. And we just didn't get a motion from the district on that. When I asked Deb for support, she had more ideas how to get more for the same money. So that's how we get this one on the agenda tonight. The second thing I wondered was a little bit about process. Could we just talk about the different budget scenarios maybe? And I know one is level services. The other one, the 9.1% is level services. The next one that restores interventionists and specialists is at 5.8. What is that? 5.87. Then the budget scenario 3 is the one that the district brought forward at 3.85. And I think there was pretty good consensus at the last school committee meeting that that wasn't one we felt was acceptable. And then budget scenario number 4 is the one that, that Deb brought at 5%, which returns specialists and interventionists. And I won't talk to the details anymore, but the one thing I liked about it is you get more with less money, but I'll leave the details to other folks.
So for clarity, my intention with budget scenario level services and budget scenario 3.85 were to provide a context. That was it. The scenarios that were further brought forward were at the request of Laura Jane Hunter and in collaboration with me separately, not in collaboration with Laura Jane. Bridget.
I have a clarifying question.
Yes.
About 3, because you said, if I heard you right, that this had been presented by the district, but it does not agree entirely with what was in the presentation.
Yes.
Yes, what?
It had been updated. There were updated numbers. The
Okay.
3.5, I believe, was what was presented in the packet. And then it was updated to the 3.85, as I recall.
Did we see that last week?
That was asked for, that was submitted by Shannon yesterday.
That was.
Yesterday?
That was in the packet request that we put forward March 24th, that Dr. Z's team turned around relatively quickly on March 25th. And in particular, the 3.85, the response was to back out certain numbers from the level service, for one of the other budget scenarios. It might have been budget scenario 1. And when that didn't align with my understanding of the 3.85 increase, I contacted Shannon, and so she provided an updated version of that. So it was a refined 3.85.
But we are seeing it for the first time tonight.
Correct.
Okay.
And again, there was consensus that was not a scenario that we were going to continue with from our March 24th meeting.
Okay.
Again, context. I understand the confusion. I like information. I apologize for any confusion that brought that forward, and certainly for the lateness of the posting of the packet. I did it from the House Ways and Means Committee hearing on Beacon Hill, because that's somebody who just can't say no to things. I finished developing it at 2 o'clock this morning.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4,
So
yeah.
mostly, I think we're looking at number 4. And we're looking at number 2. Thank you.
Restored, right.
Okay, so those are the ones that, as a committee, we asked to see.
We asked for 1 and 2.
1 and 4.
2 and 4.
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Oh, 1 and 2, yeah.
That 1 and 2 are what the administration developed and submitted to us in response to our memo. 1
is level services. We did not ask for level services. We asked for, and we did not ask for the 3.8, well, we did ask for the 3.85. That is scenario 3. The 5% is scenario 4, and the restoring specials and the interventionists
2.
and decreasing central office by 1% is 2. Dr. Z?
I don't think it's coming up when I raise my hand, so I'm just gonna try to not be rude. I know we had a discussion on protocol, but I raised my hand, and for clarity, if you go to the memorandum where I responded on page 2, the budget scenarios are there, and the first one is a level services budget with FTEs and cost centers. So you just stated that level services was not requested from us. It was requested from us. And then budget scenario 2 a budget that restores interventionists and specials and reduces central administration by 1% from level services. That's 2. And then I believe 3 was after your conversation with Shannon to clarify, and that was sent yesterday. And 4 was created by the school committee, not by our administration. So I
Correct.
just want to clarify that
Yes.
there was a request for level services.
Yeah, the level services request did not come from the committee a week ago. It came from me in the document that I sent to Bridget when she was acting chair.
Yeah, the requests that came from the committee were for the budget scenario that isn't here, that's been modified to 4, and the budget scenario 2. So the budget scenario that's Laura's is this one here, and budget scenario 4,
Sorry, what one, we can't see what you're looking at, this one here. They're
So-
not
yeah.
being projected, so.
budget
can
2 and 4 are the 2 that the school committee had asked for taken away, but then when I walked away from it, the team didn't have time to come up with 3 different ones, because I think somebody on the committee, somebody different, I collated all the questions. They'd also asked for level services just to compare and see, and it was too much for the team, so I tried to work on it on my own, and when I did, I got lost in the numbers, and that's when Deb came over here to budget scenario 4,
Okay,
which is
so
what we
3
came
committee
forward.
members have worked on it.
Can I ask a clarifying question, Deb?
Yeah. Yes.
Is this, so for clarity, what I'm hearing is that the school committee took it upon themselves to create a budget scenario and a budget where the school committee is identifying what the impacts would be and what, because that's what it states, what
Right.
positions and what reductions would go
Right.
forth. Is this a normal practice for the Amherst School Committee, and has this been done with past superintendents before, where the school committee creates? And I see your hand, Bridget, but I mean,
But Dr.
I-
C, respectfully, I asked you for it, and you said that it was too much, and now we've
You
done
asked
it.
for
I feel like
4
it's a no-win
motions.
situation.
You asked for 4 motions, and I said that we would create a motion template so that everyone can just plug in the numbers and read the motions.
Okay, I
So
didn't get
my-
that. And like
So
that never
my-
came.
So to answer your question, Dr. Z, we have never voted cost centers before. The budget scenario that I presented with the reductions is a suggestion. We can only vote cost centers. So if you choose not to implement the way it is spelled out, that is within your purview. It is within our purview to vote the cost centers that we think are appropriate for the district with your guidance. But ultimately, our decision is based on your guidance as well as the information that we get from other areas, including community and teachers, our constituents.
Thank you for the clarity there.
Thank you. Sarah?
Still trying to understand what I'm looking at. First, I would say to Dr. Z, I would not call scenario number 4 a school committee product. It's the product some school committee members have generated. It's not a committee product. But this scenario 4, and I understand how it came to be, but it doesn't lay things out by cost center, and we have to vote on the cost centers. So I don't know, let's just say that this is the one that we wanted to go with. We don't have the numbers we need.
You have most of the numbers. I did not know how to do the application of the 141,826,000. All the other cost centers are intact, I believe. Oh, no, that's not true. So I did not know how to, so when you have a target, you have a bottom line and you have a target reduction. And I did not know how to translate that into cost centers. So we do not have a cost center budget in front of us. We have the makings of a cost center budget.
Right.
Correct.
Do you have any idea, again, if this is reflects the will of the committee, how we would get to cost centers tonight? That's what we need to vote on.
I don't right now, but let's talk
Okay.
about the budget because it might be moot.
Right.
So can we discuss the proposal? Let's start with the budget scenario 2, restoring specials and interventions with a 1% decrease. Laura Jane, do you want to speak to this since this was your request?
I think what I was, am I loud enough?
Pull it closer.
This partially covers what I was hoping for. What I think when I was asking for the 1% central administration, it wasn't just, it was like across the board, trying to pull down and move that money so that we could provide the services that we need for the students. So the more that I have thought about all of, I don't know how much more I can speak to this because in my mind, my brain has shifted a great deal, and I'm now wondering why we would ever do anything. We as the school committee get to create, to offer the budget to the town council, and then the town council approves it or sends it back to us with reductions. They never increase it, ever. So I guess what I'm wondering now is why, given the fact that we know what's happening in the town council, we know how much money the town has, why we wouldn't just be asking for level services.
Okay.
So I would step away from any other of these options and focus on requesting level services so that our students are not harmed in any way and that our educators are not harmed in any way, because we've heard a lot of harm will come from the cuts.
So Laura Jane, are you saying that you would not currently vote in favor of scenario 2?
Correct.
Okay. Anybody else want to speak to scenario 2? Bridget?
So the parts of scenario 2 that I really appreciated was that it doesn't ask key staff at Amethyst Brook to do the job of 2 people for 1 person to now move to doing the job of 2 people, the librarians, the musics, the art teachers. 30 classes a week. I heard someone say, oh, it's the same number of preps, but I think it's very different when you have one core group of students who you know very well and you prep for them versus a different class every period at different grade levels every period, plus being responsible for all the things that we remember the specials teachers being responsible for, working on interdisciplinary push-ins, doing adaptive specials, support, being terrific tech at the assemblies, bringing all the music to the assemblies and to the community, never mind the time to curate the library, the read-in program, the athletes coming from numerous colleges, and the special readers, the authors, and all the visits and that type of thing. So I feel really strongly about the piece of that, both budget 2 and 4. I really support the return of the specialist teachers. I'm very confused on the interventionists. Still, after asking the questions at 3 meetings, still people in the community are saying that our numbers are wrong. Those are people who are working in the buildings and can name the actual humans. And they seem to think we're cutting 2 teachers as well as the 2 coaches. And so that has me wanting to support a budget that includes the interventionists as well. I think Dr. Z said so many times that our middle school math gaps start in the elementary. So reducing that, Tonia's data showed still this substantial gap along equity lines in math and reading. And so those interventionists, the specials, are really important. I remember from last year, probably the most impactful public comment that I heard was from somebody whose child wasn't even reading at kindergarten level, went in with the interventionist, and at the end of the year was reading at grade level and reading bedtime stories to him instead of vice versa. And so, I don't know, I know that the town would love to see us in guidance, but how do you put a price tag onto that? So those positions are essential. I can't pass a budget that cuts them, but I'm gonna also just wrap up all my thoughts in one swoop, which is, the consolidation did a lot of the heavy lifting of cost centers. We moved from a $1.9 million gap to a much smaller one, but we still have 3 schools. So what I would argue is that the level services budget doesn't make a lot of sense because we do get some of those benefits from consolidation, right? We're sharing staff with the middle school, we get some gain by putting 2 bigger schools under one roof. In some universe, we should be able to combine classes, so there should be some gains there from that. So I wouldn't vote for the level services budget, and I would only vote for 2 or 4, I guess, or the one I proposed last week, but anyway.
Andrew?
Just a clarifying question. Is the level services the only one that includes the library para for Amethyst Brook?
Can I speak to that?
Yeah, I'm asking anyone, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bridget.
Just because I did answer back to librarian and some, the idea was that if we're not cutting the librarian, then you've got 2 librarians for, or 3 librarians in total.
Okay.
So then I'm not sure about the para, it may or may not be there, but 0.3 of a library para just didn't seem doable to me at all. So I wanted the full restoration of a professional staff, frankly, because reading is the heart of an elementary school.
Gotcha. So that is, just to clarify, that would be for Amethyst, or that would be between Crocker?
And those are operational questions
Operational
that I
questions,
don't
gotcha.
have the details of, but you would have the resources to do it
resources.
robustly.
But not the, gotcha, understood.
So, Andrew, do you want to weigh in on your thoughts about, in particular, 2, but, 2 in the context of any of the others? Or would you like to?
I think I will just sort of, I will echo what Bridget just said, and I would be willing to vote for 2. I think in the same reasons, I wouldn't be less, I don't think I would vote for level services, and would be open to 4, but need to understand more.
Okay. And how do you, okay. It looks like 3 isn't getting much support.
I haven't spoken.
I will
Yeah.
get to you. You've spoken plenty so far.
Yes, I would not vote for 3.
Okay. Yes, Sarah? Oh, yeah. And then Laura Jane.
Yeah. I agree with Bridget that the scenario 1 isn't level services. It may be no reductions, but it isn't level services because the money hasn't been shifted around to where it's needed, and the consolidation. But another reason I wouldn't vote for it is I think we don't have any chance of getting it, and that we run the risk of council just smacking us down to 3.85 or whatever the number is. And since that doesn't happen till June, I think that probably makes problems for the administration, since they have to give the RIF letters or whatever this next month. So that would seem to me like a kind of high stakes move. So three's not really on the table, I guess.
Well, why don't you weigh in on 3 so that I can complete my chart, please.
Oh,
So that's a no for one, correct?
no for one, yes. My preference is two, because it does preserve resources for student services that I, and I think all of us here, think are really critical. But it doesn't force other reductions except, compensatory. I'm getting so tired. 5.87, again, we could get it. We might get it. I think that's a reasonable request. 3 would be my second choice, but I really don't like it. Although it is what the administration it was perfectly appropriate to bring that to us. That's the town's guidance. We need to see that. So it's no criticism. But scenario 4, I can't support at this almost 11th hour. If it had been available, like if we had 2 more weeks to go, then it could be vetted by the administration. But I'm very uncomfortable, and again, I understand why you did it. Passing a budget that hasn't been reviewed and we haven't gotten feedback, the decisions that are included here. Plus that we don't have the cost center numbers. So if we had more time to get the administration's take on it, then I'd be open to it. I think it's too late.
Okay, so that leaves me. I also, scenario 1 doesn't make sense to me. It's not, we've been calling it a level services, but it's really a level staffing plus an increase, because there are increases that we need to make, and that's very clear. So, Laura Jane, that's your preference, and we're gonna just say we don't have the vote for it, although we can take an official vote if you would like. And to go on the record as supporting level services. Do you want to keep it in the running for that purpose?
I would like to be on the record for supporting level services, although I understand that I'm on an island.
You go, girl. Okay, so then I am perfectly happy to vote scenario 2. I have absolutely no problem with that, which takes scenario 4 out of the running. Because scenario 3, Laura Jean.
Just a question.
Yes.
Scenario 2 is the one with the 1%
Correct.
cut to CO, and it's a 5.87%.
Yes.
Correct.
So I remember that I was like 5.65. I knew I was close.
You were good?
I was very close. I am leaning more that way. I'm still like 100% level services. That would be what I want, because I want to ask for everything, and I want everything their school needs all the time, because that's what our job is. But I am willing to consider 2, but not 4.
And, okay. And 3, I don't like either. I am still willing to have a vote on it, but nobody, it's Sarah's second, and nobody else is going to vote for it, so I'm just going to cross it off. Yay?
Yay.
Yay. Okay. And I'm perfectly happy to withdraw number 4. Nobody likes it. It's too late. It created problems, and I'm just going to say I'm withdrawing 4 as a possibility. So I think unless people want to deliberate further, I am ready to entertain motions.
Do you want to move it?
You should move
I'll
it.
move
No, you move, no, I want to, we will vote, my intention is to vote, to allow a motion for scenario 1 first, have that
Gotcha.
vote, and then do scenario 2.
Okay.
Do you have the words?
Do it, OJ.
Go for it. Do you have the words?
Need to find them.
Do you want this? Here,
The motion. Oh, thank you.
on the back. The back is the motion.
Oh, thank you. Okay. I have to say a lot of numbers here.
Yes, you do.
Yep.
I move to adopt the budget cost centers as outlined. Payroll accounts, regular instruction, $7,550,435. Special education, $8,995,107. How are we doing? Support services, $1,536,148. School administration, $1,096,112. Central administration, $1,003,822. This is like a test.
Yes.
Facilities, $922,742. Transportation, $305,801, not 2 or 0. Substitutes, $286,743. Sorry, $286,743. Expense accounts, regular instruction, $306,028. Special education, $485,392. Other programs and services, $4,100. Support services, $96,241. School administration, $48,494. Central admin, $367,893. Facilities, $435,164. Transportation, $726,483. Health insurance employees, $3,860,495. Health insurance retirees, $2,110,354. Other insurance and benefits, $522,176. Contingencies, $240,000.
You're gonna get there.
Yay, I second. Oh, who seconded?
You can have it.
Okay, Laura G. moves, Deb seconds, all in favor. Do we have to do a roll call vote, or can we raise hands? Anybody know?
We can do a roll
We're
call.
all present,
We're all
we
present.
can raise hands.
Raise hands. In favor, 1, opposed, 4, no absent, no abstaining. Scenario 1 fails. Would you like someone else to read your motion for scenario number 2, or would you like to do that since you've already had such good practice?
I might as well do it.
Okay, go
Point of
for it.
order, I
Yes.
don't know that
Oh, we
it
need
makes
to- we
any
don't need
sense.
to.
We have to pass 2 motions.
Oh, yeah, that's probably
So we've
true.
already
So if we
avoided
defeated
one.
the first one, there's no point.
Yeah,
Do
but
you
it was
read-
really good
do you read
practice
the
with all
second?
the numbers, yeah.
Say it again.
Because we defeated,
It's
because the
we-
first motion is defeated, the second one is just,
Is null.
it's just
right?
an addition of all the previous numbers.
Okay, yes,
So we don't need to.
we don't
read
need
it.
to know that. I was
Just the
skipping
bottom
straight
line.
to
Just the bottom
scenario
budget
2.
too.
Oh,
She
gotcha.
wondered
Oh, I
if you
thought you-
wanted
the
to do it
second
for
motion.
scenario.
Yeah,
second
no,
motion.
I've been up since very early, and I drove to Boston and back, and
Thing
you
got
guys are,
forward, get passed.
We're on the
okay,
good stuff.
scenario number 2.
Scenario.
Which I also
It's-
brought forward.
Yes, you did. Yes.
Would you like me to read that one as well?
Yes, please.
Okay. Can I read it from yours?
Yes?
Okay. All right. Hi. I'd like
Hi.
to make a motion. I move to adopt the budget cost centers as outlined. Payroll accounts, regular instruction, $7,326,435. Special education, $8,381,924. Sorry, support services, $1,536,148.
48.
48? $1,536,048.
And, sorry.
At first, I thought you were coughing before because I was getting everything wrong. I was like, oh no. Okay. School administration, $1,096,112. Central admin, $1,382,000. Sorry,
No.
3,000.
$1,003,822. Facilities, $877,742. Transportation, $305,801. Substitutes, $286,743. Expense accounts, regular instruction, 306, no, is this where I am? 306,028. Special education, 485,392. Other programs and services, 4,100, that was easy. Support services, 96,241. School admin, $48,494. Central administration, 354,176. Facilities, $435,164. Transportation, $726,483. No,
try again.
726,483.
Nice.
Health insurance employees, 3,838,295. Health insurance retirees, 2,110,354. Other insurance and benefits, 522,176. Contingencies, 240,000.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? That's 5 in favor, no opposed, no absence, no abstentions.
Then I need to make a second
Yes, you
motion? All right, my second motion is, I move to adopt a total budget of $29,981,529 for the fiscal year 2027 for the Amherst School District.
Second.
I'm going to give it
Give it to Andrew.
Okay, Andrew.
That's all I do around here.
Andrew. Okay, all in favor? Opposed? All right. Yes. So that concludes our business for tonight. I move we adjourn. We don't need, do we need a second? I don't think we need a second. Do we need a second?
We
Dr.
usually
Z, do you
do,
have a-
that's our
Okay.
practice, that's our practice.
Excuse me?
Yeah, oh,
I
Dr.
couldn't
Z?
tell if you had something to say, because you were,
You came back on camera.
yeah.
Okay.
I did, but sometimes silence is key, so
All right.
You good?
You're just impressed by my number reading?
So I move we adjourn. I had a second from somebody.
Me, yeah.
Andrew, all in favor? Opposed? We are adjourned at 9:50. We did not beat the region, but we
close.
came in less than an hour. Thank you, everyone. It's been, yeah, it's been a process. Go team. And thank you for our public for hanging in there with us. Good night.